And hello everyone, hashtag Cjmaca here, and welcome to a very special video here in the Dragon Projects. It's the 25 Facts About Me video. I promised my fans this quite a while ago. I was nominated to do this by the very talented YouTuber Bob of All. Thank you for doing so, man. I'm really excited to do this video. The only reason it took me so utterly long is because I wasn't expecting it, and then just the last few weeks have been quite chaotic for me. I'll be talking about that in my Sunday vlog, but let's get straight into the 25 Facts video now, shall we? Fact number 1, I am a giant nerd, and I am damn proud of it. The reason I am starting off with this fact is because it's so true about me. Everything I do, I'm a giant nerd, and I am very proud. Everything on my wall behind me, I think, says it about me. Everything I'm wearing does too. I've got my Marty McFly hat, I've got an Aperture Science jumpsuit here from Portal, and I've got a Pokemon badge for beating the third badge in the Johto League. Yeah, last 2 weeks I'm building up. Like a few weeks ago, I beat Brock, then Misty, Lieutenant Surge. Gonna make I'm gonna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them at my real test, bring them is my cause. And fact number 2 about me is I speak fluent Irish. That is right, I am from Ireland, as a lot of my fans know about me, but I also speak Gaelic. A lot of people consider it to be an almost dead language. Not a lot of Irish people speak it, but I went to an all-Irish school. Most of my friends speak it, most of my family speaks it. I'm very proud to speak Irish, and I've actually started speaking Irish a little bit here and there on the channel. I've started saying Slán go fóill at the end of some of my videos, which is goodbye for now in Irish. I'm thinking I might start opening some of my videos with Fáilte Roth, which means welcome everyone. So, yeah, that's fact 2 about me. Fearing over a tree. Fact 3 about me is my greatest goal in life is to become a writer. However, I'm very dyslexic, so I don't spend a lot of time reading. It's a bit of a conflict there because I want to read and become better with the English language, but it's actually very difficult for me as someone who's dyslexic. But I have contrast dyslexia, so I'm getting it was worse as a kid, not so bad now. I can do a lot to help myself with it and stuff like that, but audiobooks are mainly where I go. Don't spend a lot of time reading, spend a lot of time writing though. Fact 4 about me is that I prefer short stories and graphic novels over big long books. That's to do with my dyslexia. I find like a very large book, when I sit down to it, it's kind of intimidating to me. No matter how much I want to read it, it's just easier if it's smaller. And fact 5 is my 2 favourite writers are Ricky Gervais and Stephen King. Stephen King is just absolutely fantastic. His understanding of human psychology is just almost unparalleled. He is so good at just freaking out his reader, making them feel, making them afraid, making them happy, making them sad. I love Stephen King's works. Ricky Gervais is also a fantastic comedy writer. As a writer in comedy, he's probably one of my biggest inspirations. The Office is absolutely brilliant. His work on XFM years ago, the radio station, although didn't have a lot of writing in it, was I really did find it absolutely hilarious. I wouldn't use the word brilliant for it because he admits in it a lot that the whole thing was nonsense, but it was hilarious. Yeah, he's written a couple of movies. He wrote one movie. He has an honorary doctorate in philosophy, so he spends a lot of time philosophizing, which is one of the things I love about him. Something I try to emulate in myself as a writer, not because of him, but something I do anyway. And the reason I love him as a writer is because I can see that he does it too. He had a movie called The Invention of Lying, and the concept behind it was a world without lying, and one man discovers how to. But it's absolutely beautiful in that it goes through, he invents religion and the concept of heaven, lying to his dying mother in order for her not to feel sad about the fact after she dies she feels she's going to go nowhere, so he lies to her about that. And it's like, I think he as a personal touch was going for like religion is a lie to make people feel better, but aside from that, the scene was just so beautiful and very well written, and the concept of it was so deep. I loved it. I love Ricky Gervais and I love Stephen King. They're my favourite writers.
I was first struck by the roundness of his head, I'll be honest. I thought this is a bald man, a little round-headed bald freak of a man. He opened his mouth, he spoke funny.
Fact 6 about me is the stand-up comedian I identify most with is George Carlin. He passed on a few years ago. He's probably looking up at me from down there right now, screaming in pain. one of his jokes, by the way. I'm not being really cruel or anything. That's not making a George Carlin joke in homage to him, because I love him. But I identify with his material a lot, especially as he got older. He's a bitter old angry man, and although I'm quite young, I'm quite bitter, and I used to be a complete cynic, so George Carlin just kind of really hit home with me, and I love him.
Oh, what's in the box?
Fact 7 is a little known fact here, but the Dragon Project was originally never going to contain any gaming footage whatsoever. The last 3 weeks now, I think I haven't had a gaming video up, or it might just be 2 weeks, I'm not 100% sure. But originally there was never going to be any gaming videos here in the Dragon Project. That started simply because a lot of the sketches I had that I wanted to do here in the Dragon Project, a lot of my stand-up material, I was very afraid to put it online because I don't want it, like, the material, like, I want to be able to publish some of this eventually, and if it's free online, no one's gonna, like, pay me to put it out there, you know what I mean? But, and then the Dragon Project, the reason that's the name of the channel is to do sort of with gaming, but no, I never really intended for this to be a gaming channel. I meant it to be an entertainment channel, more kind of comedy and sketches and stuff. Gaming started kind of out of necessity, trying to keep up, and like I wanted to grow as an entertainer, and I realized gaming YouTubers kind of it would be such a good way for me to learn and to get some feedback on my material, and then it became such a big part of the channel. It became the main feature. But I am going to start introducing more stuff, like the 25 facts video. Maybe I have a channel dance now, it's called Making Bread. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I think someone requested me to make a video on washing your hands before making bread. I might do that too. Fact number 8 about me is the Dragon Project's name is actually is to do with gaming, but it's not to do with video games. It's to do with Dungeons and Dragons. For anyone who isn't familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, it's an old game from the 80s. It's not a board game. You play it with dice, with character sheets on pencils and paper, and your imagination. That's it. It's a role-playing game, but you don't use video games. That's the best way to explain it. But yeah, the Dragon Project's actually a name of a Dungeons and Dragons D&D campaign that I wrote. That I was kind of hoping I really hope to get published one day, maybe by Wizards of the Coast. It's the Dungeons and Dragons people, maybe by Pathfinder, even if I'm like, I don't know, I'd love to get it published someday. But originally I named the channel the Dragon Project because I was thinking if I'm gonna do any gaming stuff here, I want it to be Dungeons and Dragons. I still haven't done that, but I have found a group, 2 lovely people who are willing to do so with me here on the channel. I might have 1 or 2 people lined up to join us, and if I do, that will be utterly fantastic. So the Dragon Project's campaign, the Dragon Project, might be coming soon here to the Dragon Project. Should really stop saying the Dragon Project so much. The Dragon Project.
Huzzah!
Fact number 9 is I sleep with a teddy bear, and he's right here. He's nearly always on the channel. His name is Hambo. Look at him. He's from Adventure Time and all of the fields. Anyone who doesn't know what this is, you're kind of lucky that there's so many horrible, upsetting fields to do with Hambo. But I love him. I sleep with him nearly every night.
Mathematical!
Fact number 10 about me is my favourite movie is Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, starring Jim Carrey, and it is absolutely fantastic. It's not one of Jim Carrey's funny movies like The Mask or something like that, but it's very serious, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I love it. I'd highly recommend it to everyone. It's a romantic romantic film. I was gonna say romantic comedy, but it's not really a comedy at all. It's just so beautiful. Anyone who wants to, like, sit down and cry while you watch something absolutely heartfelt and amazing, good movie for it. Fact number 11 about me is I love song and dance and musicals in general. I'm hoping to introduce more kind of music here on the Dragon Project. I play a lot of music. I have a MIDI keyboard there. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, it's kind of like an synthesizer for a computer, but with non-synthetic instruments, with actual real sampled instruments. So I could make some cool, fun orchestral stuff, and hopefully make some music for the channel, and actually just start writing some songs. I also, love dance. I have a channel dance now. Been wanting to have one of those for a while. And I might introduce 1 or 2 other kind of dance themed videos, like Go Crazy Now, or Washing Your Hands, or, you know. I also have a series I was thinking about making a while ago called Swingman Creates. We'll see how that goes. Fact number 12 about me is Leonard Nimoy was and still is one of the biggest influences on my life. When he died there a few weeks ago, I bawled my eyes out and I got myself this tattoo here. It's his comm badge from Star Trek. Yeah, I bawled my eyes out when I found out he died. He's a big inspiration to me. And I will simply end this little fact off by saying, live long and prosper, everyone. Fact number 13 about me, and I believe this is from questions for CJ comment on my channel. Sorry, I can't 100% remember who that it was from, but I promise when I find the comment, I'll put an annotation on this video to give them a proper shout out. They asked me what instruments do I play, and I play quite a few instruments actually. I did music theory in school for a good few years, and I've found my family's full of musicians. My dad, my granddad, both my brothers. So I play quite a few. The main ones being, and I have to write them all down to remember them. I play mainly the didgeridoo, the banjo, and the mandolin. They're my three favourites. But I also play the bass guitar, the glockenspiel, the piano, and a variety of other things. I play a little bit of guitar, and I'm decent on drums because I have rhythm, but I don't strictly play them. And yeah, I view myself as a well-versed kind of musician. Even I might not be great, I might not be a really good musician, but I'm well-versed. I'm kind of a jack of all trades and a master of none, as I like to kind of think of it. But the main thing I really want to start playing is a theremin. That was invented by, I believe his name was Enrico Theremin. It's not actually, it is a musical instrument, but it wasn't invented as one. It was invented as a tool for changing density, or for detecting density shifts in mines and for finding liquid ore. But basically you've got like a metal piece here and a big rod here, and you do it's like for the Doctor Who music, like And fact number 14 about me is, despite playing quite an array of musical instruments, I never actually wanted to be a musician. That's never really, even aside from anything else, even when I liked music, I preferred vocals. I like singing over I do kind of playing something. I find it more expressive, and art to me is about expressing myself. So I've never really wanted to be a musician that much, despite picking up a lot of instruments and learning to play them a little bit, or a lot, or spending years on them. Yeah. Fact number 15 about me is I have quite bad social anxiety. That's just the thing about me that I deal with in my day-to-day life, but I am getting better with. I'm kind of nervous at parties, I'm not good at speaking to people in large groups, etc, etc. I believe the word is introvert. A lot of people out there might empathize with that, and I will probably talk more about that on my other channel. That's where I talk about the serious stuff about me, but this is just a short rundown about who I am as a person, and that is a part of it. Fact number 16 about me is I'm hoping to start college next year. Fact number 17 about me is I dropped out of high school, or secondary school as we call it here in Ireland. There was a loss in my family, 2 losses actually. My dad died, and then my brother was killed in a road traffic accident, and that was when I was going into my final year of school, my exam year. I had I dropped out of high school, so I never actually graduated. I wanted to throw some serious facts in here about me. This was quite a few years ago. I'm easily able to talk about it now, but I just thought a lot of my audience don't know that about me. I don't think it's incredibly relevant about me as an entertainer, but I thought I should, try get my audience to know me a little bit more of a personal level, because that's what this 25 facts video is about. Fact number 18 about me, I wanted to talk about where my source of inspiration as an entertainer comes from. There's a lot of places. Like I said already, I lost my dad and my brother when I was young, and that in itself brought a lot of inspiration to me, because I decided then and there that I was going to live life as hard as I could and as well as I could, and I was gonna kind of not squander what time I had. So my biggest source of inspiration, I guess, is wanting to make the most of my own life. I also have quite a few people in my life who mean a lot to me, who offer me great sources of inspiration. I don't want to name names because I feel it'd be kind of wrong to talk about people I know personally within my professional life, but I wear this crystal around my neck for 2 very special people who I think definitely know who they are. The 2 of them are two of my biggest inspirations aside from sources within myself. Fact number 19 about me, I wanted to talk about my career aspects. Like I have said already, I would like to become a writer, and my two biggest goals, I want to be a writer / entertainer. That's what I want to do. I don't care how good I am at it, I don't care how famous I get, I don't care how much money I make or lose doing it. I just want to do it. It makes me happy. Yeah, but aside from that, I said I want to go to college. I'm probably going to do English in college as my major, try get a Bachelor of the Arts, and then get, I think, what's called a FETech in Ireland. I think so. Been looking into it recently, but I've been looking at a lot of stuff. And maybe become an English teacher. I can travel anywhere in the world teaching English in secondary schools or as a second language. And I can write anywhere in the world. My idea is that I could go to college and kind of live my life off a steady job as a teacher or a civil servant, if you know what I mean, and in my spare time I could write. And aside from anything else, I believe teaching to be a very noble profession. English has helped me express myself so much, and that's why I became a writer. And if I could help someone else do that with the English language, it being one of the most expressive languages there is. There are more words in the English language than a lot of other languages because we have more words for more feelings and more ways to express things. I'm not saying English is the best language, I'm just saying I would be honoured and happy to teach it to someone else if it helped them express themselves in the way it helped me. Fact number 20 about me is my name is Cjmaca. That's an Irish name. Second name is a Scottish name. Cjmaca is actually my initials. My middle name is Joseph. #Cjmaca being my stage name and search term. It comes from my actual name. I thought my initials would be easier, especially to an international audience. My name is spelled kind of strangely. It's written on screen now. That's how you say Cjmaca. Or Cjmaca, or however you want to pronounce it. I usually say Cjmaca. I pronounce it kind of more Gaelic-y. But that's it, that's my name. I just thought I'd say that to my audience. Fact 21 emanates from Bob Evolved's video. He gave his favourite quote, and it was a brilliant one. I'd recommend checking out his video, everybody. There will be a link at the end. I couldn't actually decide upon my favourite quote. I have quite a few, especially as a writer. So I'm just going to list off a few of them that I like. I'm thinking I may even start a new series here in the Dragon Project, especially if people encourage me to do so, and just let me know, hey, that might be a good idea, or no, don't do this, that'd be stupid, CJ. But I might do, like, a video series where I talk about some of my favourite quotes. Like, I'll just say the quote, and then I'll start to talk about it and what it means to me, and yeah. So, some of my favourite quotes include, I'm gonna shit on you like a ton of pigeons. It's a good one. An eye for an eye and the whole world goes blind. I think, therefore I am. Genesis 1:12, I'd recommend looking that one up. Remember that when you meet your antagonist, to do everything in a mild, agreeable manner. Let your courage be keen, but at the same time, as polished as your sword. And next one is, what gunpowder did for the war, the printing press has done for the mind. And finally, Assalamu alaikum. That's peace be unto you. I believe peace be unto you to be one of the kindest things you can say to a person. Fact number 22 about me is my favourite character from any TV show ever. Is the character Abed from Community. I empathise with him above any other fictional character I have ever read, seen, or had displayed to me in any sort of media. Abed is just, for many reasons, kind of like my spiritual guide. I'll probably talk about that maybe in a video sometime. I know I want to do more videos about me personally like these. Maybe I'll dive deeper into these facts based off the questions my audience give me on my other channel or on this one.
Show's gonna last 3 weeks! 6 seasons and a movie!
Fact 23 about me is my favourite video game ever is BioShock Infinite. The BioShock series in general is one of my favourite game series. 2 wasn't the strongest, 1 was fantastic. 3 was immaculate. 3, hands down, for any video game ever, has had the best narrative story as combined with dynamic gameplay I've ever seen. The story in and of itself, every character in it, it's beautiful and almost beyond compare. but the actual gameplay dynamics and how fun it is to play on top of that make it, for me, one of the best games ever, if not the best. But that is obviously from a personal point of view. So obviously someone out there will probably have played it and have a more think there's a better game, but to me that is the best one.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
Fact 24 about me is my favourite album is Rubber Soul by the Beatles. The Beatles in general are probably my favourite band, and my favourite album by them are Rubber Soul. It's just, overall, I could listen to it 100 times and like in it all day, every day, and just be totally happy. And fact 25 about me, and for the final fact of this video, is if I could have any actor play me in a movie or in a TV show about me that I didn't play myself in, it would be Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's in a lot of things. He's in Pacific Rim and stuff like that. He's one of the scientists. But Charlie Day, he is... I just feel like he could really sum up me on screen. Just, I don't know, I thought I'd add that in as my last random fact about me. And there it is, everybody, the 25 facts about me video. Thank you everybody for watching. If anyone out there would like, I would highly recommend make one of these. If you're a YouTuber, I'm going to suggest a few YouTubers make this video right now. I would love to see Joey Zero make one of these videos because he is an absolutely amazing YouTuber. I'd love to see iSubby, aka Alcohol Arcade, make one, although he's not incredibly active on his YouTube channel anymore. I would still love to see one from him, so I'm definitely going to nominate you, bro, because you are amazing and I love your work and I'd love to know more about you. As well as that, I would like to nominate two people who I have not worked with in quite a while. All RJ and JM the Third. Two people who, back in the old days, the Dragon Projects, in the early days, I worked with a huge amount. I haven't done any collabs in a long time. I'm hoping to be able to do some more. Everyone's been kind of busy, you know, school, work, Christmas, all that jazz. But summer's coming up again, I've been busy myself, maybe we'll all have more time to get together and make some videos, but until then I have nominated the four of you to make a 25 facts about you video. Once again, I'd like to thank the amazing, fantastic, absolutely, as always, very talented and incredible Bob of All. Man, you just are such a big inspiration to me, and thank you for reaching out to me and suggesting I make this video. I've had such a good time recording over the last like 25 minutes or so, and you're brilliant, man. Here's an annotation to his one down here. Thank you all for watching, and slán go fóill.